Good morning, everybody. Mark Brzezinski here again. Been a few days since I did my last video. Went down to Pittsburgh last couple of days. Spent some time down there. So, just doing my thing. Work. It's trying to stay warm. It's kind of cold today. A little windy. Snow is blowing a little bit. Getting a little bit of snow. 23 degrees out there. I hope. Oh, goodness. Excuse me. I hope everybody else is doing their best to stay warm. So, in my Facebook group, we have been talking about a bunch of different things, but as I've indicated in the group, is that we're talking what we want to learn. Tongue twister. What we want to learn about, what we're trying to learn about, the reason why a lot of you are here is to learn about how to survive when there's a problem, when there's a natural disaster, when there's forced evacuation by the government, riots, whatever. Okay, you're forced to leave your home. So we've talked about how to get home, what you need to do, what you need to have with you so that you can safely get yourself home, because regardless of what happens out there, in wherever you are at, the thing that you're going to be trying to do first and foremost is getting home. Because that's where we feel safe. That's where we have our family. That's where we have our things that we gather around us that makes us feel safe. So now you're home. What do? All right? You hunker down. You prepared to be stuck at home for a certain period of time. Hopefully you've got at least 2 weeks worth of stores that you can ride out a situation. But what happens if you have to leave? What do you do if you got to evacuate? Like I said, the government forces you to leave, or you got these big snowstorms like what we've been getting in the last few days, this past week. Got more snow coming today, right now, and then this weekend. So what do you do if you're forced to evacuate your home, the place that you have built your castle, your stores, your defenses, the place that you feel the most safest? Where do you go? Who do you go to? Do you have a plan? I don't need to know your plan. You need to know your plan. I can tell you that for my wife and I, we talk about it all the time, but it's not something that we have sat down and articulated into a step one, this is what we're going to do first. Step two, this is what we're going to do next. And I think that's important, that we need to sit down and do that. Maybe, you know what, that is a challenge that we will take. I will take with her. We'll start writing these things down if we are forced to evacuate our home. But I challenge you, the members within this group. Do you have a plan? Where will you go? What will you take with you? Hopefully you've got your bug out bag. But the bug out bag will only get you so far. you have means of lasting someplace else. If any of you remember Hurricane Katrina back in, what was it, 2011, I think? Can't remember the exact date, year that it was in. But all of those people down in New Orleans going to the Superdome and having to camp out. People didn't have anything. They weren't prepared for it. FEMA, our emergency services management association, they weren't completely prepared for it. Hell, they stayed right on their site. They can only handle so many disasters all at once. It's one at a time. They just don't have the manpower, the resources to handle multiple disasters all at once. So if the fires in California force people to evacuate, tornadoes in the Midwest, hurricanes in the east, drought, all of those things, floods, all of those things create a condition which our government is not equipped to handle. They can handle one at a time before they deplete the resources. So what is your plan? Do you have you spoken to your family about what your plan is? Have you talked about what it is you're going to do, when you're going to do it, who is going to do what, who is responsible for what the aspect of the plan? So I challenge you to have that plan put together. And I think that's something my wife and I will work on ourselves for our family. And make sure that you discuss this with your friends. Okay? If you've got some dear friends like we do, more than likely, that is where you're going to run to. You're going to go to the people that you have the biggest connection with, whether it's family or friends. Make sure it's okay. You don't want to just show up and say, hey, we need a place to stay, guys. We're kind of homeless now. Make sure it's okay with them. If not, at the very least, you need to know now before it's a problem. And you need to tap those people for that purpose. So let's get back on track. Let's start talking about survival again. I did go through and purged a lot of posts that were surrounded around the virus, COVID, and the conspiracy theories. A lot of it is not conspiracy theories, but it is not what this group was founded on. Okay? We're here to talk about survival because of it, but that is not our sole focus. And I want to get away from talking about those things. Facebook police will shut you down if there's too many posts about a certain topic that they deem as inaccurate or false or partially true. It doesn't matter to them. They'll shut your shit down quicker than you can blink an eye. Because they talk about not censoring things, they censor. Trust me, they do censor. But let's actually get back to what we are all here to do and learn about survival. Anyways, have a great day. It's Thursday morning. I'm on my way to work, and I hope everybody has a great day, and we'll talk at you later. Take care.